Witches and wizards, evil spirits, and demonic agents normally use your toilet to attack you. Do this to flee yourself immediately. Part 2. Toilet and your bedroom is always a point of attack to your life and destiny. Do this to free yourself immediately. By God's grace, in today's video, I wish to share with you a extension of the video I started about how witches and wizards, demonic agents, and evil forces always use your toilet to attack you, or use toilet anywhere, even bedroom, to attack you. More reason is that toilet is where negative energy or bathroom is released when you go there to take your bath, when you go there to ease yourself. And you also know that cleanliness is next to godliness, that at one point in time the dirtiness that is found in that environment can cause negative energy to come and dwell. Most of the times as a woman, when you are flowing one way or the other, it leads to you messing your toilet. And not just that, you notice that at one point in time, you may be pressed to use any public toilet. It can be hotel, it can be a kind of in the bank or some other public places, irrespective of how neat you left your own toilet. You will notice that some other toilet you use elsewhere may be the source of your problem, and it is more dangerous where you are living in a public yard. You notice that most of this public yard, people that are living there carry different energies. Some of them are sleeping around, going around committing all sorts of evil, and then engaging in all sorts of unhealthy habits that tends to destroy their spirit and soul. And then when they now come and use that same toilet and you use it, it tends to also cause problem in your life. And above all, you notice that some of them have spiritual spouse or some evil spirit that will be left behind in such toilet. And this is one of the easiest way that people actually is possessed with either evil spirit or have spiritual spouse. But in today's video, if you follow me to the end of today's video, I'll be sharing with you how you can actually set yourself free from certain a kind of forces and certain demonic influences, sicknesses, attacks, chronic infections that you get from toilet. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will shift it to other people that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Action TV. In this channel, I discuss 3 important variables which are actually health, safety, and spirituality. If this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this beautiful family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. All right, now knowing fully well that toilet is always a place of negative energy, one of the first things that I normally advocate, especially if you're using your personal toilet, I have made that video time with your number, always get some quantity of salt, kitchen salt or sea salt, in a breakable jar like this, that you separated purely for that toilet. Is not the one you used to eat or do any other thing, and keep it on top of the toilet lid or toilet slab, or put it on top of the window or the back of the door of the toilet to flush it every 7 days into the toilet and replace it. Once you are doing this, salt have serious spiritual power and vibration. That is why when Elisha went to that land that was unproductive in 2 Kings 2, chapter 2, 19 to 21, it is only salt that he brought in a new clothes like this and be able to pour it into that stream. It becomes cleansed. Now, if you want every negative energies that is deposited in your toilet to be always absorbed, please always have salt in a breakable jar like this, any jar of your choice or bottle, but it has to be breakable. Salt aligns with breakable things. If you put it in a plastic something, it will be emitting sickness. So, and keep it in that on the toilet window, toilet lid, or the back of the door, depending on how your toilet is. Permanently, every 7 days, flush it. You will always be evacuating negative energies from that place. In other words, nobody will easily affected. But please make sure that your toilet is always sparkling clean. If possible, always do major cleanup in your toilet twice a week. And again, Anytime you do cleansing on your toilet, anybody uses the toilet to do cleansing, it's always good that you mix salt water solution and use it to wash off those toilet in order to remove every negative energy that that person must have released. In other words, it is always good that each time, like why we call it spiritual work and spirituality is a lifestyle, is that it will always cost you some energy. Each time you come to use your toilet or bedroom, it's always good to prepare a separate salt water, pour it in that place before you enter and use. Now, whenever you are sitting to ease yourself in the toilet, make it a point of prayer instead of just sitting like that. No wonder the Bible says, pray without ceasing. In other words, every minute, every second, you will not cease. When you enter there, you pray, God, the creator, as I ease myself this morning, I remove all blockages, all hindrances, all satanic attack, all sicknesses and all infection. Let it be what is draining out of this body, and may I never be followed with any negative energy. You can make such prayer in your heart depending on environment, or you can say it openly. But remember that toilet is not also a place to go and be discussing or making calls. When you are doing that, you are attracting negative energies, and also one way or the other, you are causing some problem in your life and family. You notice that some of your children start misbehaving because ideally you are a royalty. You're supposed to behave like a king. I'm not sure that a king will enter toilet and be talking anyhow. So you are not expected to make your toilet a discussion environment. Some of us are tempted to sometimes carry a kind of phone, be pressing it in the toilet when we are sitting there, of books. It will make you to stay longer than usual and may cause problem. And then along the line, somebody might suddenly call you. You'll be forced to start answering call. When you do such, you also attracting negative energies. So you have to a kind of do things decently and in order to avoid it. Now, most times I used to say this spirituality is a lifestyle. Make almost all your bathing a cleansing bath. Once your bathing is a cleansing bath, because Bible says the leaves of the tree are for healing of the nation. Even if it's one type of leaf, any leaf, even if there's no special cleansing you are doing, let's assume you boil bitter leaf, or you boil fertility leaf, or saint leaf, mint leaf, basil leaf, lemongrass, any of these leaves, sieve out the water and enter your bedroom to bath with salt in it, or 7 cubes of sugar, or whatever spiritual item like rosemary spice, or even cloves, or even honey. One way or the other, it makes those evil spirits to be null and void and vanishes, especially when that bath involves use of garlic. And then one of the ways you can also evacuate all negative energy from your toilet is always mop your toilet with garlic water. In other words, when you finish mopping your toilet with detergent, the last one you use to rinse everywhere, crush some garlic, like just 4 pieces like this is enough, with salt, and then use it to rinse it. When you are constantly doing that, no evil spirit, no demon, no witch, no wizard will always be able to do any manipulation in that place, and it will work. Also, you can use your toilet as a means of manifestation. When you enter into your toilet space, enter there with intention. Almost your going to bath, declare that you are bathing out any problem you have, be calling it. If you are going to a kind of ease yourself, make an intention and take a deep breath. Focus on that intention that you are releasing this problem or remaining single. I will no longer be the only one bathing. It is time for me to be bathing with my partner, and so you can use your toilet as a means of manifestation by whenever you are coming to ease yourself in the toilet, write 1 or 2 intention in a toilet paper based on what you are going through, and then when you come there, take a deep breath. When you take a deep breath and pray, and so God, the creator of the universe, that the same way that toilet is where when I throw away a waste paper and it is flushed, that situation will never arise again. Now look at this and this problem I'm going through, that as I've written it in this toilet tissue. Let's say you are looking for a job, you now write your name. Let's say my name is Jennifer Chidozie. I'll write Jennifer Chidozie, no job. I will now declare that as I flush this thing, the end of me having no job has come. That from now onwards, every place I will apply for job will always call me. You now throw it away and flush it. Most of the times, if you are in debt, you can still write it in a kind of a toilet paper and pour like 7 pieces of alligator paper and declare that alligator paper you don't go on a shameful journey, that the same way you are flushed, you are a spirit and you are no longer seen again, that's how I flush this my situation and it will never be seen again. Spiritual work thrive on point of contact. At a time when God wanted to deliver the children of Israel, I asked Moses, what do you have in your hand? That is what you have as a strong energy and God will use it. You can also use black pepper seed where you are not able to see something like alligator pepper. You can always use garlic. Garlic has serious cleansing and protective property, and above all can easily help to release negative energies. Then you can also even get a garlic and write that intention on that toilet and wrap it on a garlic and also flush it. The same way you can take onions into that toilet and begin to remove it layer by layer, especially small onions, declaring that this is how I peel off this satanic attack, peel off this backwardness, disappointment, rejection, failure at the edge of breakthrough, and so on and so forth, and then throw everything in the toilet and flush it. One, the smell of that onions or garlic circulating there, one way or the other, remove every form of negative energies, and then helps to also ensure that every blockages that will hinder your manifestation is taken away, and it won't take time. Whatever you have done, you have said, will always come to pass. From time to time, pour salt inside a kind of a jar like this and pour it inside the toilet and flush it. Pour it inside that particular a kind of portion that water normally flows in your bathroom and flush it, and then pour it away from there. By so doing, you are removing, and as you are doing it, you are making a decree that every of my problem, that so long as everybody have used water, have used salt, have ever used toilet, that none of them work against me. Anyone that try it, as I release all the problem, let the problem return back to the senders, and let every negative energy leave me and every negative emotion disappear from me. My dear, Bible said, if you believe that all things are possible for them that believe. So long as you believe in it, it works like magic. Now, whenever you see yourself that you went to any public toilet, remember that I say this, that one of the worst thing you can do for yourself is that you come back after going to different places, you did not take your night bath. Now, most of the times when you go out, you are tempted to urinate kind of outside, maybe a public toilet, it may be other places that people goes to urinate. One of the easiest way you will get rid of any form of problem, wishes, manipulation, or attack that you have attracted from there, is always take your night bath. Make your night bath to be a spiritual bath, in the sense that always let it be that there is salt in your water, and it's possible crush garlic into your water, or do what I always call a kind of spiritual disinfectant. I made a video about it in the past, whereby you get a breakable bottle like this, any breakable bottle of your choice, and then put 3 cloves of garlic, some onion peel, as well as 7 leaves of mint or basil or scent leaf inside. Leave it for 24 hours. Each time you want to bath, after your bathing, you use the cover like this and pour like 3 drops inside a smaller quantity of water. Use it as a rinsing bath and allow it to dry your body, and then from time to time drop it also at the 4 edges of your a kind of toilet or bedroom. By so doing, every form of negative energy that actually followed you from anywhere will disappear before you even go to sleep. Above all, always carry stone in your body, or garlic, or any other spiritual items like bitter kola, as well as clove stick in your bag. When you carry some of these spiritual item in your bag, or your body, your pocket, your purse, your wallet, whenever you enter toilet, no negative energy can easily attack you. There will be a divine shield that will always cover you, that will make it impossible for you to be attacked. And above all, if you don't have opportunity of carrying those things, maybe you traveled out, you are not with it, you can always, as you enter, you plead the blood of Jesus upon your spirit, soul, and body, and plead the blood of Jesus upon that toilet environment, and by God's grace, you will never contact any negative energy. And the most important thing is your prayers. When you come back, always pray that every negativity, blockages, hindrances, and problem you have attracted from anywhere, be it in toilet, east, west, north, and south, that you are returning back to the sender, that it will never be part of your body. You secure yourself, blood of Jesus. You make it a deliberate, symbolic prayer point on daily basis. By so doing, some of those evils that is associated with toilet will never be your portion. Above all, follow continuous update about spiritual directions and work that I normally share in this channel. You will always be free. Remember to come and join our Awaken My Spirituality Global Academy, because there you get more and more in-depth knowledge and information that will always help you to be protected from all witchcraft, demonic and evil attacks, and be protected above all from attacks associated with toilet. So there is more to share about the toilet, but I don't want this video to be unduly long. If I get enough thumbs up and comment, I'll be sharing to you also some spiritual mystery about toilet and some other practical ways of making sure that you did not get negative things from toilet. Instead, you possess positive vibrations from your toilet and use your toilet as a tool to actualize whatever you want, as well as share more on how demons and evil spirits can actually use toilet to manipulate. So that will depend on if I get enough comment, views, as well as shares, and then as well as likes in this particular video. I will know that it's appreciated. I will share more. So what are you waiting for? Press the share button and share it to all your contacts. Share it to everyone, because believe me, he that plant in the vineyard of God, God will plant in their own. You're actually helping to plant in the vineyard of God, and God will definitely plant in your own vineyard. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. Comment on this video. Share it widely to everyone. I shall be helping a lot of people as to do so. May God bless you. So with this I say, enjoy your day. Bye bye.